Hey folks, welcome back to Cyclone Custom Trucks and Vans, where we dive into all things adventure, travel, and wheels. Today we're hitting the road through time to compare two epic eras of van culture. The wild vanning movement of the 1970s and 80s versus the modern van life phenomenon that's blowing up on Instagram and TikTok. If you've ever dreamed of ditching the 9-to-5 for life on four wheels, you might think van life is a new trend. But spoiler alert, people are customizing vans and living the nomadic dream decades ago, just with way more shag carpet and wizard murals back then. We'll break down the vans themselves, the cultures behind them, and what makes each area unique. Stick around because I've got tons of killer photos from both worlds to show you. And if you're into vans, history, or you just like stories, hit that like button and subscribe for more. Let's roll! Let's start in the 1970s when vanning exploded across America like a disco ball on wheels. This wasn't just about transportation, it was a full-blown subculture. Picture this, young folks rebelling against the norm, turning plain cargo vans into rolling masterpieces of self-expression. The vans, oh man, they were flashy. We're talking custom paint jobs with epic murals, think wizards, dragons, space scenes, or anything fantasy inspired. Side pipes for that rumble, mag wheels shining bright, and chopped tops for a low slung look. Inside it was a pure party palace. Shag carpet everywhere on the floors, walls, even the ceiling. Captain's chairs up front, maybe a waterbed in the back, a mini bar stocked with drinks, and velour seats that screamed luxury lounge. Some even had built-in stereos blasting Led Zeppelin or disco hits. These weren't built for long-haul travel, they were mobile hangouts for cruising with friends or showing off at events. And the culture? It was all about community. Van clubs popped up starting in the mid-60s like Associated Vans in California, and by the 70s there were hundreds across the country. Van-ins were massive gatherings, thousands of vans rolling into parks or fairgrounds for weekends of showing off customs, partying, and swapping stories. It was a craze fueled by the counterculture vibe of the time, blending freedom, individuality, and a bit of rebellion against the establishment. But by the late 80s and 90s it faded. Gas prices rose, minivans took over, family duties, and the scene went underground. Enter the 21st century van life movement, which kicked off in the 2010s and exploded thanks to social media and the pandemic. It's not just a hobby, it's a lifestyle choice for digital nomads, adventurers, and anyone fed up with high rent and desk jobs. The vans here are all about functionality and stealth. Popular models like Mercedes Sprinter or Ford Transits get converted into tiny homes on wheels. Think solar panels for off-grid power, compact kitchens with propane stoves, fold-out beds, and even tiny showers or composting toilets. No flashy murals, exteriors are often plain to blend in for stealth camping in cities. Interiors, minimalist heaven, wood paneling, multifunctional furniture, and smart storage to maximize space.
So I named it JD. My niece and I built this out last year.
Culturally, it's driven by freedom, adventure, and minimalism. Many van lifers are remote workers chasing Wi-Fi in national parks or influencers sharing #vanlife on Instagram.
We built it to be fully off-grid and be able to live in it full time. It's got a big shower, 36 area storage.
Interesting.
It has like a...
Oh, wow.
Sustainability is big too. Eco-friendly builds, low-carbon travel, but it's not all glamour. Rising cost of living, overcrowding, and a desire for simplicity fuel it. Some community happens online or at pop-up meetings for those that actually live in their vans, which is different from the old van club scene. But Vanlife has some very large rallies, like the Adventure Van rallies that happen all across the U.S. each summer. Peace, Love, and Vans goes twice a year, winter and summer. And VanFest, which also happens twice a year, one in the winter, one in the summer. Folks have started to form groups around van types like the Leisure Travel Van Group and the various Winnebago Revel groups. No clubs have popped up yet, but as these events become more numerous and popular, clubs are a natural progression. So what's changed? Let's break it down. First, the vans. 70s and 80s vanning was all about the show and flair. Those over-the-top customs were for impressing at events, not necessarily living in full time. Modern van life prioritizes practicality. Vans built for long-term dwelling with tech-like apps for finding campsites, solar for independence, huge battery banks, and air conditioning, heat, cooking methods such as microwaves and convection ovens. Culturally, vanning was a group thing. Clubs, parties, and in-person vibes in a pre-internet world. Van life? It's a hyper-connected world through the internet, but solo-friendly thanks to remote work. Motivations differ too. Back then it was fun and rebellion. Now it's often an escape from economic pressures or a quest for work-life balance. Most van lifers have vans that can sustain them for weeks or even as a permanent housing solution. Events. The vanning events have always had a show and shine for attendees to show off their over-the-top vans in competition for trophies. There are trophies for best paint, best interior, best exterior, best show. They also divide into first place class trophies by van type: Dodge, Chevy, Ford, early, mid, and late. Evening is live music, dancing, and vendor booth shopping for attendees, and a lot of sitting around the fire and having beers. The van life events typically offer a weekend exhibition of vans where attendees will open up their masterpieces and show them off to the public. Day passes are sold at the gate so the public can come in and see all the vans. Voting for first, second, and third place overall are done by the public, with exhibitors often bribing with cookies and long convincing talks about their vans. Prizes are typically donated by the vendors. I've never seen trophies given out at a van life event. Just like the old vanning events, in the evening is live music, dancing, and vendor booth shopping for attendees. But hey, both eras share that core love of freedom in the open road, and guess what? 70s vanning is making a comeback. We've attended both types of events with our Sprinter van and been well accepted at both venues. Most people don't realize this, but I've been vanning since 1975 when I owned a 65 Ford Econoline. That was followed by a 75 Dodge van, then a 77 Dodge van that I went way too crazy making it into a show vehicle. In between, like many of the old vanners, I settled down, bought a house, had kids, and got a minivan. I had a Toyota. Recently I picked up an empty Sprinter van and have been working on it ever since. I think I've gone a bit over the top again with it, but I've enjoyed every minute of building it and using it to see our great country. The entire build is on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button down below if you want to see all the videos I have of this van. I think there's darn close to 50 of them. There you have it. From shag wagons to solar-powered nomads, van culture has come a long way. Which era speaks to you more? Drop a comment below. Are you a Team 70s vanning or a modern van life guy? If this video revved your engine, like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into adventure van history. Thanks for watching. Now go chase that horizon. Peace out. See you later.